Hello everyone and welcome back to Cooking with Dr. Fred. So when I was trying to figure out what I should do today, I realized that, I talk about eating salads all the time, but never prepared you my favorite salad. So this is sort of my go-to. It can be used as a side salad, which is what I'm going to be using it as tonight. What I'm going to be having with it is pretty boring, so I'm not going to show you how to cook that because I'm sure you all know how to cook a hamburger. So I'm gonna have this really nice salad and this. And then the beauty of this type of a salad is, just like in all of my cooking, I like you to have the options of adding whatever ingredient you want that tastes good. Like I'm basically adding red leaf lettuce, which I love, eggs, which I love, and bacon. And I'm gonna teach you how to make a ginger dressing to go along with this, which can be used for a lot of different things as well. But the interesting part is you could poach a salmon, you could put on it, you could poach chicken breast, you can broil chicken breast, you can broil salmon, you could broil a steak. You can do whatever you want and add it to this one meal that we're gonna put in this bowl, and that becomes your meal for the night. And the poaching of the salmon, the sauteing of the chicken, the cooking of the meat can all be done ahead of time. So all you're doing is pulling it out. If you want to warm it up, you can warm it up in the oven, and you're just chopping it up and throwing it into this delicious salad. So let's start off with the salad part, the green part, because I already pre-washed it, because salad can be pretty dirty, especially if you buy good local organic salad like I do. It'll always have dirt from the farm on it. So if you don't have a salad spinner, I recommend you get one because they're amazing. And so the reason why I like red and green leaf, again, is because the more varied color that you can have in your food, the more varied antioxidants, polyphenols, all of those good things that give the food its health benefits. So I'm just gonna pour this. I guess I should show you what red leaf lettuce looks like. If you don't know, you can see that there's a red tinge to that. And we're gonna throw it in here. I need better lighting. Where is my producer? So we're gonna put that aside. Then super easy, we're just gonna chop up the egg. How I make eggs might be slightly different than the way you hard boil eggs. What I will generally do is put the eggs in the water, bring it to a boil. Then once it starts boiling, I shut the heat off. I put a lid on the pot and let it sit and set a timer for 8 minutes basically. And you will always get a perfectly orange to yellow, like bright yellow yolk, because you don't want one of those pale things. And it's always super easy to peel them that way. And then when I take them off the stove, listen to me, when I take them off the stove, I put it into my sink, get all the hot water out of it, put ice into it, and then put more water over it. So this is sort of an ice bath, which will stop the eggs from cooking and the shells from latching on to the actual egg itself. So let me move this over so it's slightly more in center of camera. And then all I'm gonna do is chop this egg, simple. I just make big, rough chunks because that's the way I like it. It's really, you can make it more delicate. You can do whatever you want. See the perfect texture of that yolk? It's just the perfect color, and it's all the same color, so you know you cooked it appropriately. Now, since this is only half of a head of lettuce, so that egg I'm going to leave for tomorrow night's dinner. So I'm gonna have that. Now we're gonna go to the bacon portion, my favorite portion. Not sure how many health benefits it has, but it's delicious. So what I did, well, this is in the way. So what I did, I buy my own bacon, I make my own bacon bits. So I just cook the bacon until it's as cooked as it can get. Then you simply crush it with your hands. I would have used a round bowl because then you get all the bits and they don't go flying, but I thought you might be able to see it better on a flat bowl. So it's really just crushing them. So you're making your own bacon bits. There's no preservatives in them this way. There's nothing. You buy all organic bacon. You can do this with turkey bacon. This is particularly pork bacon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take half of that, throw it in the salad, and save the rest for tomorrow's dinner. So pardon me 1 second while I go wash my hands, because this way, the beauty of something like this is that you've done the work for 2 meals all in one. And that's what I really like, doing it that way. No, these are not Christmas. I've now moved on to Valentine's Day around the house here. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside. We don't need that for this meal anymore. I'm gonna put this aside. We don't need that for this meal anymore. And now we're going to make a little salad dressing. This is my favorite salad dressing. You can make it any way you want. I like ginger of late. Ginger is, if you don't know already, an amazing antioxidant. I'm gonna peel it. This is probably not the way you should be peeling it, so I don't recommend you do it this way, but it's the only way I know how. And so you just peel the brown bits off of the ginger. It's amazing when you get fresh ginger how these brown bits are not there. And you just, but ginger, you know, the good part about ginger is it's got so many antioxidants. Its main one is ginger. They're called gingerols, and they have been shown to do some remarkable things from not only diabetes, heart disease, inflammation, oxidative stress, all from ginger. So I've been putting ginger in almost everything lately, simply because A, I love the flavor. It's spicy, it's tangy. It gives you a little bit of for me, it gives me a little bit of the Caribbean. Just a little bit of soaking up some sunshine on a bleak winter day. So now that you've done that, we've got to grate the ginger. Let's see. I think I'm gonna grate it into this bowl because it'll give you more surface space in which to do that. Because otherwise it gets really tricky and you don't want to cut your finger. I've done it, trust me, it's not fun. Not with this tiny little grater, but with a mandolin, which is even worse. So excuse me for not looking at you, but this takes concentration and focus or I will kill myself. Or cut myself, which I don't want to do. Probably can't kill myself with a grater, but I could certainly bleed a lot. Which I still have stitches on this finger, which has compromised my, which has completely compromised my fingerprint. And that has not come back yet. Not that I'm telling anyone what to do if they want to go out and rob a bank or something, but I now only have 9 proper fingerprints, which I'm sure if I were to ever do anything illegal, they would catch me and it would be fine. Because then I would deserve it, I suppose. But anyway, so you're just grating this. It's really super easy. You can grate a lot, you can grate a little. I put this into, you know, I've chopped this up, or I do chop it up and put it into stir fries. Ginger's an amazingly healthy food. It's one of the healthiest foods we have, which is amazing. So I'm gonna put that root aside because I don't need the root for the, for making a dressing. Get the brown bit out of there. And then you can just put the other side from there. Remember, if you're going to do this, you go against the grain of the cut. Otherwise, you'll cut your finger. And then this side is the flat side, so you just knock that out. Put that aside. Put this in the bowl. I know it's not very, it's simply a coffee cup. But again, this is not to be fancy. This is to teach everybody how to enjoy cooking and that we all can do it. So now, my favorite dressing starts with mayonnaise. I know, but it's organic mayonnaise. It's made with the right oil. It's all good. Good fats are good for you. Remember that. So don't sit there and judge me because I can tell you a lot about fat that you would like to hear. And fat is not your enemy. Sugar is your enemy. So you take a little bit of that, a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of heavy cream, and again, dairy, full-fat dairy has been shown to be very healthy for many situations. I don't know how much to put in, just enough so you can kind of get a judge of it. I always add in a little salt because I like salt, and I have no issues with blood pressure because I exercise, folks. That's right, exercise. I'm gonna put in a little bit of like this mixture that I got in Israel of like curry, some fenugreek, which also is good for for diabetes. You know, there's a lot of herbs in here. Cumin, which is also related. Curcumin, which is also related to ginger. So there's a lot of these things. And then you just sort of stir it up. Stir, 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 stir. And that's when you'll know whether the consistency is right, whether you put in too much of any ingredient. And there you go, that's it. Taste it. Delicious. I think it needs a little bit more salt to bring out the flavor of the ginger that we just put in. And now, this is the afternoon, so I'm making this for tonight. So I'm not going to show you how to dress it, but I'm sure you know how to dress a salad. What I am going to do is I'm going to put a wet piece of paper towel over this so that it all stays moist and it doesn't get sort of, I don't know, that brown stuff on the top that you can see from lettuce that's been sitting around for too long. Anyway, that's how I make my favorite salad. I'd be happy if you shared me your favorite salad recipes. That would be fantastic. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this, and until next time, I'm cooking with Dr. Fred.